We've got some serious drama to untangle after Miami's jaw-dropping race, JGR fans. Denny Hamlin's number 11 car stumbling out, and Ryan Blaney's prospects falling. Some think his comments didn't age well. So did Blaney's outburst signal serious problems at Joe Gibbs Racing? And what about Martin Truex Jr.'s disappointing finish? Join us as we delve into the major problems JGR is facing after Miami, and what hurdles await them in the next race. But before that, please subscribe to our channel and hit the like button for more whereabouts on NASCAR. Joe Gibbs Racing really stole the show at Homestead, and did they make quite an impact? The number 20 driver, Christopher Bell, had us all on the edge of our seats. He'd been inching closer to victory throughout the playoffs, and finally, he nailed it. He even snagged 4 poles since the playoffs kicked off in Darlington. But the ultimate glory somehow eluded him. But you know what? Even though Bell did pretty darn well in Miami, the other JGR hotshots eyeing the championship race, Martin Truex Jr. and Denny Hamlin, didn't quite hit the mark. Hamlin has been struggling in the championship hunt lately. The round of 8 didn't treat him kindly, and he just couldn't find that one stellar result to push him into the championship 4. Speed isn't a problem for his number 11 FedEx Camry. That much is clear from his races. Truex and Hamlin have both had a bit of a hiccup in executing their team's game plans in the last 2 races, which is surprising to say the least. And it seems to count them out. Joe Gibbs, the team owner, also looks to be giving up on their dreams of clinching that Cup Series title this season. Joe Gibbs is no stranger to the ups and downs of the NASCAR playoffs, and he's quick to point out just how tough it is to secure one of those coveted spots in the Final Four. Right now, Denny Hamlin and Truex Jr. find themselves trailing behind Tyler Reddick from 23XI Racing in the playoff standings. It's not an insurmountable gap, with just 17 points separating them from the cutoff line. There are 2 race winners already in the mix, and William Byron is sitting pretty with a comfortable 30-point cushion. So, getting one of your drivers into that Final Four, well, that's going to take more than a Herculean effort. And who knows even more than we're expecting? Maybe some unexpected problems, too. Now, Joe Gibbs knows the score. He's been steering the JGR ship for decades, watching his drivers go toe-to-toe with the best in the playoffs and emerge as champions. He understands that there's an elusive X factor at play. Speaking to the press after a race, Gibbs said, "It's hard to get into the Final Four, I'll tell you that." He continued, "I don't think anything is a given. It's certainly number 19. All they did in the regular season, like I mentioned, as good as they are. We've had real disappointments with everything that's happened. I think the number 11 has been pretty consistent up until the last couple of weeks. And so I think you're looking at it. The great thing is we got 3 cars from our team that have a chance, and we still got a chance. That's the way to look at it." The JGR camp's outlook has shifted since the round of 8 started. When the round of 16 results rolled in, fans and experts were optimistic about their chances. I mean, having 3 drivers out of the 8 eligible to battle for just 4 spots? That's a strong position, right? But as we head into the final race of the round of 8 in Martinsville, the dream of seeing 3 JGR drivers at Phoenix has lost some of its luster, and everyone's hope shattered. Despite the fact that Joe Gibbs is holding out hope and putting his faith in Denny Hamlin and Martin Truex Jr., the NASCAR world does not hold back any hope for the number 11 and number 19 drivers right now, which appears to have an impact on the future. When it comes to the number 11 car of Denny Hamlin, there's no denying that it's been one of the speedsters this season. But as for Martin Truex Jr., his performance has been quite a departure from what we saw during the regular season, and the reasons behind that shift remain a mystery. Hamlin, however, showcased his prowess at Homestead Miami Speedway. He charged ahead and even found himself in the front row during the final stage of the race, side by side with the runner-up Ryan Blaney. Things got pretty intense as Hamlin and Blaney engaged in a fierce battle. But Hamlin's quest took a hit when he had a little mishap and crashed. As for Martin Truex Jr., he had to settle for a P29 finish after dealing with engine troubles, a notch below Hamlin's P30. Despite the bumps along the way, Joe Gibbs is holding his head high and counting on their experience as they head to Martinsville. With confidence in his voice, he said, "We're going to Martinsville. It's going to be a classic, I'm sure. We do have a chance if we go there with both Denny and Martin." So, can Denny Hamlin finally break his spell and turn his fortunes around? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Well, it was a day full of surprises and unexpected twists in Homestead, Miami. All those predictions and previews we had, yeah, they pretty much flew out the window on Sunday. Talking about Blaney and Hamlin's crash, Playoff race number 8 turned out to be a real head-scratcher as the Team Penske Ford and the remaining JGR Toyota locked horns and battled it out for that top spot. But things took a turn for the worse in the Toyota camp as two of their top drivers found themselves in a bit of a jam in the late laps. And that's when things got really interesting. NASCAR fans were left in shock as they witnessed a side of Ryan Blaney we hadn't seen before. He dropped an explicit remark as the number 11 Toyota kissed the wall just a few meters in front of him. Yeah, it was a day that defied all expectations. The Forever 400 certainly threw everyone for a loop, and NASCAR fans witnessed a race that defied all expectations. It was a day when an unexpected winner emerged from the shadows, ready to seize the moment. The first two stages of the race saw Kyle Larson and Ryan Blaney claiming the spotlight, but it was the third stage that truly decided the winner, with Christopher Bell of Joe Gibbs Racing delivering an impressive performance. As for the number 11 and 19 drivers, their fate was undoubtedly a painful one. Despite a speedy qualifying run that put Truex Jr. and his number 19 car in a promising position, they couldn't quite translate that into success on the track. On the other hand, Denny Hamlin seemed like he was going all out in the late stages of the race. The number 11 Toyota was pushed to its limits, and it appeared like he was aiming for a victory. But in the 236th lap, just coming off turn 1, Hamlin met the wall, and he grimly reported that something was amiss. Something felt broken. As a result, the car had to be called into the garage, and it was yet another unfortunate turn of events. But what truly caught the community's attention was Ryan Blaney's reaction to witnessing Hamlin's downfall right in front of him. Kelly Crandall of Raycar showed the Ford driver's intense response on Twitter, including some profanities and strong language, saying, "F you, dickhead," before he added some more, saying, "We are going to pit. We're going to get the lead. We're going to win the son of a expletive." As Denny Hamlin's number 11 car limped its way back to the garage, Ryan Blaney had hopes of clinching a strong finish race. But standing in his way was JGR's 28-year-old road racing sensation. Christopher Bell swiftly rose to the occasion, taking control of the race by chasing down William Byron and Blaney in successive laps, ultimately securing his second win of the season. Bell not only saved his team from the brink of a devastating defeat, but also earned his ticket to the Final Four in a truly epic fashion. Karma turned the tables on Blaney, and fans had plenty to say. Some predicted a not-so-pleasant fallout, while others were quite pleased to see Hamlin's disappointing exit. As fans reacted to Blaney's outburst and subsequent misfortune, opinions varied. Some clearly felt that Blaney's comments hadn't aged well, and they weren't shy about pointing that out. One Hamlin critic didn't hold back, commenting, "Posts that are not going to age well. Bold talk for a superspeedway merchant." It's evident that this incident stirred up mixed feelings among NASCAR enthusiasts. Some believed Blaney went too far with his comments, while others thought that Hamlin might have had it coming. So that's all we've got for today. We hope you enjoyed it. Tell us what you think of the video in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We hope to see you in the upcoming video.